Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back with some more Rome 2 action for you today, and we have a glorious 3v3 sent in by a member of the Discord, and this one comes down right to the wire, I've been told, as we have the Arverni here landing, ready to take Lusitani's ballista out once and for all. But yes, this is a glorious 3v3, and we have Carthage on both sides in this one, a bit of a Carthaginian civil war going on, it would seem. But yeah, we have Carthage, Nabatea, and Lusitania on the defense, and then we have on the attack we have Colchis, we have Arverni, and we have another Carthage, as I've already stated. But yeah, so this is a really close one. I think this is like I'm pretty sure this is like the map that is like, well, this is various different maps. I'm pretty sure this is Tilithurdum. I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure this was like Cath, and it's like reused but renamed several times. But it's a really cool map. It's got a little like passageway here that you can like kind of like run through. It's like a gauntlet of death. You get shot up by either side by archers potentially, and you've got a last stand all the way up here, which was already defended by some of the Lusitani nobles, so they will be hard to take out, that is for sure. But as you can see, troops starting to land now. Colchis looks like he's going to be the first one in with his axemen. I mean, we do already have some freemen in here, I guess, but this isn't really a first wave. This is just a little test to see what the defense is like. I guess you could call it a first wave, but this is going to be the proper first wave here. We've got axemen, we've got hoplites, we've got all sorts coming in. It looks like Carthage as well will be joining with. It looks like a lot of hoplites being thrown in here by the attackers. Spears on the attack as well. Bit of an interesting decision. Spears are much more of a defensive unit in Total War. I know, like in history, like the spear is the most used weapon, but like in Total War, spears are much more of a defensive style unit. You want to be bringing things like your swords, like Mercenary Gallic Warriors here. They've just been hit really nasty, really nastily. Oh, look at that, getting hit hard. They've lost 10 men already in this unit. I mean, the Italian swords even lost even more like 20 for them. But yeah, these guys getting hit hard by the ballistas. But yeah, you want some swords in there to, like, break through. They've got some Libyans that are set up behind. They look like they're going to be coming in as well at some point. But yeah, no, it seems like, oh, look at this. This is a bad move, I feel like, the defenders, to be honest. Is having two lines. I mean, it looks really nice, I'll admit. It looks really cool. We've got line after line of infantry ready. But it's certainly allowing, like, if you miss what you are targeting for, as long as you, like, are aiming for this first line of Nabatean swords, you're going to hit, you're going to kill something if you miss and overshoot. You're going to hit the next line. So yeah, it definitely seems like they're blobbing up a little bit here. I definitely would recommend not doing this. But we will see anyway. Like I said, this is supposedly a very, very close one. So it's definitely worth sticking around to the end to see how this one goes. And definitely, if you're enjoying seeing Rome 2 content at the moment, I would like to see some more. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe from around here, and a comment to show your support. And we have some Libyans here. So they're taking out Carthage's ballista. And they're also getting Javi to pieces. These, I mean, this is saying it's Mercenary Gallics, but they're definitely not. This is definitely Libyan hoplites. I guess maybe the idea was to bring these Libyans because they're just like pretty throwaway units, and they just to like soak up the ammo. Maybe might be what they were thinking. But yeah, some of these like Iberian swords getting really ripped to shreds. The Mercenary Scutiari as well. Was getting hit pretty hard, and it seems like maybe the attackers are trying to just kind of slow their attack. And now, I mean, the Colchis is now coming in, just allowing the artillery to fire as much as it wants. But yeah, here we go. Colchis is now landing en masse, and he's preparing for his all-out assault. This is like Carthage here. Yeah, it's Libyan hoplites that landed initially, now being surrounded and murdered by Nabatean swords. So that's a shame. But as you can see here now, we've got plenty of mercenary units for Carthage landing as well, and they are going to try and wreak revenge on their fallen comrades. But I'm pretty sure they don't really care. They're mercenaries. They only care about money. They care about being paid. They just want to survive this siege, win, just so they get paid. They don't care about the glory of Carthage. But yeah, that seems like I mean, these are Desert Levy. They're winning decisively. Not really sure how, but they are. Nabatean swords losing, so that's kind of surprising. I mean, there you go, combat even. So there we go. It's back to normal. Hoplites, they're in here. I mean, they're certainly not in formation, but they're in a column formation. It's not really a very effective way of fighting. You're not the French Napoleonic army. You don't fight in column. Fight in lines. Yeah, hoplites here They may break through, I guess. They're probably more heavily armored and probably a bit more scary than... I mean, I don't know. They're losing decisively there. They are shifting out formation. They should just stay where they are and try and break through. It's, like I said, Spears trying to break through this sword line. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. There you go. Fireballs coming in as well. Burning friend and foe. And look at that. Hoplites breaking or wavering at 108 men. That's pretty damn high for a hoplite you'd be breaking. So you're going to be careful with the artillery. We can hit that nice Scutiari and Italian mercenary line. That would be pretty good. And there you go. More shots coming in. Looks like they're going to try and maybe take out the wall. It's at 75%. That one missed. But yeah, they're trying to take out that wall. Iberian swords here. They're winning against Hillman. No surprise here. Hillman kind of a bit of a throwaway unit. Here you go. I mean, they're close. 82%. I think maybe Alverni's waiting to rush stuff in. Maybe he's going to just dismount these because he's not going to need all these towers here to land on this small section wall. I think he's just using them for protection. So he's going to probably just drop a few units off this wall and he's going to try and take the point, take the choke point. I don't know whether this choke point when it falls down is actually going to kill anyone, but we'll stick around and see what happens. May kill Colchis' men. Actually, yeah, that might do the job. That might actually just kill a load of Colchis' hoplites. They've just joined the fight. We'll find out in a second. Here we go. This is going to be the shot. There you go. Yeah, killed a couple. Did more damage. Certainly did more damage. Might kill rout these Hillmen as well. But yeah, there you go. That gives the Hillmen a way out. They needed one otherwise. They were like, how are we going to get out of the siege? Oh, someone's opened a breach for us. Yeah, seems like the attack's not getting too far just yet. We've already got Libyan infantry coming in. Which, I mean, it should be the staple infantry really for Carthage, especially on attack. Carthage usually has, well, the attackers always have more money, so they should be able to bring more elite troops. So I'm expecting to see a lot more Libyans on this side of the fight than I should be seeing on like this side. I mean, there are going to be some here. Libyan infantry and Samnite warriors as well. They're expensive, but they're not too expensive. They're not going to break your bank. But yeah, there looks like there's plenty of Libyan infantry, or at least heavy infantry back here. They may not all be Libyans. You know, we've got some Samnites as well. So yeah, there you go. They've got plenty of stuff. But I mean, I feel like this is a mistake. Just attacking this one point here, it means there's a lot of troops over here that are just freed up and just can kind of be shifted across. Though attacking on this wall here is really, really tough. It's almost well, it is impossible, really. There's only a few spots over here you can land, so it's kind of death. This is a really tough sort of wall to attack, and you can see that they've got some Libyan hoplites here that are trying to. Looks like they're going to try and land up here somewhere. But I mean, one unit as Spears is not going to be breaking through anytime soon. The Libyans are beating these Desert Levy and Nabatean Sword. So I mean, a bit of success here going on for the attackers. Axemen here, they are losing. That's not a good sign. Axemen are kind of one of the better units that Colchis has. Mercenary Iberians here. These guys are not going to be stopping anything. This is where the hoplites can succeed, because these are pretty. It says medium, but I'd say they're almost nearly light with like how much armor they have. They are not that great. Already Carthage bringing down his general. Wondering whether he needs some morale boosts for his army, or he's seen an opportunity to get a charge in. But I mean, I wouldn't be risking that just yet. Colchis here going in against the Italian swords. I'd certainly agree this is a pretty even fight. Seems like Libyan infantry here cutting down Iberian swords as well. And here you go, Alverni is just starting to pour in the troops as well. We've got plenty of Celtic warriors coming in. These guys trying to break through. It looks like they're, I mean, they're wavering, but they are also at the same time cutting down these Iberians. And we're getting a counter charge now by Carthage, sending his own Scutiari, another like Iberian sort of unit. I mean, they should cut through these. Scutiari are certainly a pretty good unit. They are a medium infantry unit. And they're cutting down those light melee. The troops there of Gaul, of Alverni. But, I mean, the attackers still got plenty to give. Still got plenty to give. Every side has still got lots. They've got Kali Axemen still to come in. Still got things like Chosen Swords, Oath Swarm. They've got the Libyans and the Sammonites. They're making some progress, which, I mean, they're making decent progress. But they could certainly do with maybe moving a few towers and landing over here as well. Just try and help a little bit. Maybe want to also think about getting archers up to support in the attacks. Like, I mean, they got some. They could maybe do with a few more. Certainly try and take out some of these Iberian slingers. They're not the hardest thing to take out. Pretty light, poorly armored. Certainly like the Cretans of Carthage are going to be very, very key. For both sides, I presume both sides have bought Cretans. Because that's just the staple thing you bring. Balearics. Yep. Everyone bringing Cretans, and I imagine the attackers have done the same. Like, as Carthage, you have to bring Cretan archers. If you have Cretan archers in your roster, or Syrians, Syrian archers, you should probably be bringing them. They're some of the best around. Yep. These Libyans here getting absolutely shelled by Cretan archers right now. Let's set up over here. This is a really nice little position. You don't need to take it as the attackers, but you kind of feel like you've got to, because the defenders will put archers up here and some infantry, and they'll just hold this point here. There's one little choke point that currently these slingers are in, and they'll just, with like an infantry unit, while the rest of the archers pour fire down into this choke point here, or into any other ongoing fights going on around this sort of like that little citadel there. Yeah, currently a lot of stuff breaking. Looks like the attackers are thinning out a little bit. Looks like they will have to send in a few more units to go and try and continue to push. There you go. We've got looks like armored hoplites now coming in for Nabatea. So we're seeing a bit more heavy stuff of theirs being thrown in. But it does seem like they are taking the initial point. And we've got some woman just shouting. I think that's Lusitani here. Yeah, swordswoman. Yeah, Lusitani swordswoman. Did wonder who's like shouting so much. It's these chicks down here. I mean, they do a lot of shouting, but not a lot of fighting. They probably need to do some of that as well. All the players doing is achieving is just tiring them out. I mean, does he want to just use their javelins? I don't know. Here we go. He's just send them in, but they're very tired. I don't know how well they're going to do. They're fighting against some Celtics. They may do okay. It's medium against light. But they are a banged up light medium unit. Yeah, they're not doing too great, put it like that. It seems like generally the defenses are holding. The defenses are holding. We've got Nabatean swords here. They're losing though against hoplites. I feel like Colker should have just brought a lot of axes. I don't know if there was like a rule on what he could only bring so much of a unit. But I feel like if he could, he should have just spammed out the axes. Spammed out axemen or like Kali axemen, because the hoplites in the attack is just not a good move. Maybe bring some Colchian nobles. Like, they're a spear unit, but they're at least a really like elite spear unit. They like, even elite spears can do pretty well on the attack. Javi's going to the backs of the Nabateans. That's really nasty. That's brutal. Brutal from the Sammonites there. But Nabatea, having none of it, he's going to set up some fresh Nabatean swords, and he's probably going to try and fight for this Chokepoint once again. And the Sammonites coming in, seeing the new threat, send their men in this direction. There you go. These heavily armored Sammonites should win this fight, though. There you go. Javi's coming in again, doing some really good volleys onto these Sammonites. Still waiting on this tower to, you know, be pushed up. It's 70% damage, or fire damage. I want to start thinking about pushing that up. Just in case, you know, it collapses and kills a load of Libyans. We actually have Carthage's general in here already. This is a bold move. Like, Carthage does not need to send that in. He's still got plenty of troops back here. Like, if he loses his general, he's got a lot of troops then. They're going to then be fighting on low morale. That's a big risk. Like, if the defending Carthage saw this, he should just be focusing down this general with, like, his Cretans. He may be out of range, just. I'm not entirely sure, but, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I feel like they might be in range. This general might just be about in range. And if not, they could always shift him up here, like the archers up here, and they could definitely be in range. But anyway, this citadel, this little like citadel over here is now being attacked. We've got some armed desert hoplites that are going to be challenging the Celtic warriors. I mean, all they need to do is form like a hoplite wall, and they'll be fine. So they have to be careful they don't show their flank too much, otherwise they'll get shot on the flank from the archers set up down here. But it looks like there's a lot of infantry actually tied up down here. I mean, the smart thing to do for the attackers would be just to set up a few little like Celtic warriors, just hold the bottom of the bottom of the ramp themselves, and just not fight these guys. Like there are 3 units up here, well 4 units up here actually that you could tie down. You just put substantial troops here. So here you go. Looks like the armored there's a hoplite's going to come out. They're coming out to play. And I have a feeling that we're going to see the Celtics get forced back here. Even if these are a spear unit, and I said spears are pretty bad on the offensive, even they can take out a weak unit like this. Yeah, 47 and drop him. So yeah, as you can see, like they're trying to set up like units to throw javelins into the flank to try and help kill these desert hoplites. Trying every little trick in the book right now to try and get a little advantage. And it seems like we're going to finally see some sort of attack around here. But I mean, balance power is certainly still in favor of the attackers. They still have a lot of really nice units to come in. But it seems like the defenders, you know, they've still got some, like a decent amount of troops. I mean, we've got desert armored hoplites. Surprised Nabatea didn't bring any pikes. I mean, I'm checking now. I don't see any. Yeah, just all hoplites. I'm kind of surprised he didn't bring any like of his thorax hoplites. And we've got some African pikemen here for Carthage, which is good that they have some pikes for a last stand. But yeah, I can't see any that I'm aware of, which is kind of surprising. But maybe they just thought they're just not that good. I'm not sure. It looks like we're about to see. It seems like the attackers are going to try and pay an interest to this side over here. They're actually going to throw in some relatively elite troops. They're going to throw in some chosen swords. They're going to try and take this point. I mean, they will take it if it's just these desert armored hoplites they've got to fight. But there is a lot more. There's still Iberians up here. There's yeah, a lot up here. It's going to need more than just one unit to take this, because they wanted to bait this unit in, attacks this unit here of Iberians, and they flank it with the other one. That's what I think they're planning to do. But first they got to get around these desert hoplites, which they should do. Not with ease, but they should do relatively easily. Celtic warriors now coming in. Iberians though, look at this, they've now got them in combat. They can start to shoot these Iberians to the flank. If they get these Gallic hunters just focused down this unit, they can certainly turn this combat around. I mean, this is what you got to do. It's like getting out positioning your opponent. It's all it's about. You can see the chosen swords here actually, they're losing. I guess because of the arch tower, the arrow tower might be focusing them down. Oh, it does seem like every time that thing shoots, they're losing at least a man or two. So it seems like that archer tower is doing the work. So they might actually not break through. A big surprise here, but a welcome one, I guess, if you're rooting for the defenders. And also, you still have arrows coming in. I thought these Cretans may have been out of ammo, but they are still have ammo, so that's also certainly helping. And more chosen swords being seen up here. And they don't need to take this point. This is just an irrelevant point. I mean, all they're achieving is killing some men for the defenders. They don't actually need to come up here and take this point. They need to be focusing on taking this choke point here that Colchis is now about to push. And they need to worry about attacking over here as well. Going all the way round here, push through here, get up, like push through here where Colchis is, go up here. And also like come around here and then attack this other choke point here where the Nabatean general is. That's all they need to worry about. This like bit up here, you can actually get away with just not attacking. If you just, like I said, put something in the way, like at the bottom of the ramp, then the defenders are stuck up here. And then they kind of look a bit foolish. They got some egg on their face. They've done that. This seems a bit of a mistake by Nabatea, like keeping this armed hoplite out. This could easily get flanked and the attacker should be doing it. But they're just allowing these Italian swords to get beaten hand over fist right now. And they're retreating now, I think, because they realize they're losing. Like, really, I mean, the Samnites should just be engaging, and then you have the Italians flanked around the side. But it seems like it's a tough one at the moment. Kolk is losing a lot of troops trying to take this point. A lot of Carly Axemen or Axemen. I actually don't know if these are just axes. I don't know if Carly Axemen even look different to axes. Oh no, they do. They have like the more like silvery head. Well, yeah, the more silvery helmet. Oh, and they have like plumes. Okay, fair enough. They look slightly different. Bar like their helmets, in my opinion, barely look any different. But look at this, Sam Knight's losing here as well because they're getting archer support. So really nicely played here by the defenders. They are able to just take out these much more elite units because of archer support. But they are winning now apparently. There's 34 of them and they're beating over, like, they're beating triple their number apparently. Don't know how that works, but it is. But another concerning thing is obviously eventually the defenders will run out of ammo. So eventually they will run out of ammo and they'll just be left with whatever units they have to fight it out. And I mean, that's the problem, is managing your ammunition so to make sure you have enough throughout the battle. You don't just like spend it all in the first couple of minutes and you're going to have some left. There you go, there's Italians being beaten back. And it seems like also the Sam Knights were as well. And now again they're shooting, look at this Nabatea. There's Nabatea and heavy archers firing into the flanks of this combat here, getting some good rear shots. And just getting, like, that's making sure to use his ammo properly. Like, you want to get flanking shots and rear shots with your archers. Like, shooting a unit head on, unless it's like a light unit or like a Falksman unit, which is a light unit, but I just like to use Falksman as an example. You're probably going to struggle to kill anything because it's got a big shield. And any unit has a big shield is going to have a decent missile block. You can see here they're bringing up more Chosens. They're trying to, these Chosens are trying to burn the arrow tower, and they are still doing it actually. Oh, I guess it's the Celtics behind are doing it. So they just want to burn this tower down so then they can assault this point. It seems like they're putting a lot of effort in armor burning just to take this one point. So here we go. They're burning it? Is it 100%? They shouldn't have to be burning it anymore. It should now just tick up and start to burn pretty quickly. There you go. It's on fire. And they've also decided to finally focus down all these archers in here as well, which is not a bad idea. They don't have anywhere to run, so just focusing them down is always a good idea. Take them out. And then taking this point should be pretty easy. And there's still a Samnite warrior up there. Still got artillery firing in as well. What's that aiming for? Is it trying to burn the settlement? I don't know. It's got a lucky bounce and hit some of these Nabateans. Colchis as well is helping to wrap up the final Nabatean resistance on this sort of front line. Carly Axeman here cutting down some armored hoplites. Artillery still flying in, hidden friend and foe. And there you go, Colchis winning there. And now, sort of like, well, the whole bottom layer is now fully cleared. I mean, we'll call this like, I don't know, this is just like the citadel, its own little separate area. But they're now actually attacking the second line of defenses, and Lusitani is now kind of taken over the job of defense at the moment. It seems like Nabatea and Carthage spent a lot of their troops. Lusitani certainly has probably the majority of the infantry left. We've got a lot of these swordsmen in here, and they're really struggling. I feel like Lusitani, though, really tough faction to defend with and attack with. Sieges are really tough for this faction, I think, because they've got really low armor. So as an attacker with low armor, you are kind of struggling to just get shot at by arrow towers and archers. And then the same on the defense, really. Like, your troops can get focused down before you go into combat by enemy archers. So then you lose a combat. And also, the troops kind of rely quite heavily on a like getting a charge bonus, I believe, like most of the Lusitani units. So it's always hard to, and as a defender, that's always pretty tough to do. Sometimes you're just going to hold a choke point, and if you charge out of the choke point, you're giving away your position. You're allowing yourself to get flanked. So it's a tough one. It's a really tough one to play as. Certainly, Lusitani benefits more in like a land battle, or like in a siege where it starts outside the walls, because then it can use its like ambush and guerrilla tactics. if it's in a land battle, or like I said, if it's starting outside the wall. These axemen, they're slowly getting like that. I mean, they're sort of surrounded over here a little bit. They're just chopping down the Lusitani women. And they're just all bellowing and shouting. We've got veteran shield warriors up next. They're heavy melee. I mean, so we're getting through like sort of the mid-tier stuff. We're getting onto the more like nasty stuff now. Lusitani nobles waiting back here. These are very heavy infantry, so they'll be pretty tough to break through. But yeah, there is still some pretty nasty things to come when it comes to the defenses. But will it be enough? I don't know. We will have to see. Here we go, the axemen clearing up the final Lusitani swords. And now we have the Libyan infantry, and they look like they'll be taking on desert hoplites. That's probably a fight the Libyans will win. Did the attacking? No, the attacking Carthage did not bring pikes. Is what I was looking for. Didn't bring any pikes. So they're going to really struggle against this pike unit here. I mean, they can see it. They can do something about it. They have another pike over here as well, so they are defending both the choke points. They're not even just going to defend like you could be cheesy with your pikes and then just drag them out along here and stretch them out here and just defend with one like choke point, but they are going to defend like a little bit more than what I'd say the usual players defend. But yeah, so we'll have to see what they can do here. I mean, all they have to do is focus their ammo on one of these pike units, and once they kill one, they can unlock this defense. So hopefully they've left ammo of the attackers. Otherwise, they're going to very much struggle. They're just going to be running their men against pikes, making human skewers. You can see Libyan infantry coming in. They're coming to do their bit. These guys kind of pulling through though. Look at this. I mean, they should have at least formed column. They're going to do this. Also, I feel like this is the wrong way. Like, this unit should be pinning down the hoplites, while the Italians should have been sneaking around to do the little flank. But yeah, these Libyans losing probably a lot of men just because they keep pulling out of combats. Like, they're desperately trying to chase archers. Like, if you're desperate to kill archers, just get your own archers to do the job. Like, they're losing so many Libyans just chasing these guys down. Such a waste. I mean, it's distracting the Nabatean player. I mean, you might be able to sneak like another unit around. So he's going to try and sneak these Samnites around now. But Nabatea having none of it. Throwing in archers with no ammo and also hoplites. And they're closed off from that little offensive. But look at these guys. These Libyans getting chased down to 49 men. Ridiculous. Kolk's over here. He's slowing down his attack against Lusitani. He's just having a bit of a skirmish off. Don't know who's winning. Neither side by the looks of it too much. But the struggle for this choke point begins. They're going to need more troops in here though, Carthage. And Carly is also... Kolkis has started his offensive over here. Probably... I always think it's the faction Carly because they have Carly Axemen. No. Only get Carly in the Grand Campaign. Seems like they're doing okay though. These veteran shield warriors are doing very well. Heavy melee infantry are showing their strength. I mean, they are also got the support of slingers back here. So they're doing a good job. See the I feel like these swordmen as well also kind of pulling through the axemen, losing a lot of men here. So I mean, I feel like both sides kind of guilty for pulling through units. They are going to get punished for doing so. They're going to break this unit. What have we got going on here? What is... Oh, Nabatean Noble Cavalry all the way around the back. I don't know what they're thinking of doing. Maybe going for archers? I mean, there's nothing outside the walls that they can go for. I'm not really sure. I think maybe they were thinking they could get in here and take out Kali's general, maybe? Or they could get in and just do some damage. I'm not really sure what they were thinking. But, I mean, Nabateri is short on troops. He can start to think about risking his general. Not on a suicide charge, but, you know, doing something proactive with him. I mean, most of Nabateri's infantry is now just tied up in this one choke point. Actually, all of their infantry is. They haven't. This is it for, like, Nabater. He's done his job at the front lines. And this is his final job, to hold this choke point here for as long as he can. And by gods he will. Lots and lots. I mean, they're just like recycling their units here. Are Carthage. They want to get as many charge points as possible. The only thing I have with this, look, they're literally just recycling their units, sending them back in. The only thing I see about this is that you lose many just how you pull your troops out. Like, I mean, that charge there, they killed what? 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 3 about. If they recycle their troops, take them out, they're probably also going to lose about 2 or 3 here. Actually, they didn't seem to lose anyone. Kind of surprising, but the Italians certainly lose troops when they relieve the front line. I feel like if you just left the Samnites and like the swords in combat, you break through. Like these, they are like the Italian swords and Samnites at the end of the day are sword units. Like they should do a decent job against spears. And you see over here in this choke point, they have in fact broken through. I don't know whether it was, I wasn't paying attention, but it looks like it may have been just a normal breakthrough. I don't think it was Lusitani pulling back. But I mean, this is the thing that Lusitani has against it. It has very little armor. You can see on these units here, they're maybe heavy melee, but they still have like very little armor. They've just broken that unit though, so that was good of them. And now they have the problem with the pikes. The pikes are here. Now, I mean, most units in Rome 2 do have javelins, but javelins won't be enough to break through. They are going to need archers or missiles. And while the defenders have their own missiles, they will be vulnerable to being just shot by missiles. I mean, even if it's like, well, there isn't actually any cavalry, or certainly defending cavalry yet, I can see. So it doesn't seem like they can do anything there. Where's Nabate's general? Oh, he's sat him back here, okay. Where they still have a gate to get him in and out. Fair enough. We have Carthage now going against Lusitani. I imagine Carthage, the defending Carthage is going to push forward his pikes to try and support this fight. I may be wrong, he may not. He may just be an ungrateful man and just watches his ally gets beaten here. Well, I say beaten, he may actually win this fight. Because like these Libyans, yeah, getting focused down by ammunition right now. So it seems like they might win this fight, might the veteran warriors. We have Cab back here, I guess. Like the Carthage in general, maybe could go out and do some damage. So only if they have to go for archers or like for artillery or something like that. But I don't think they'll have to do that too much. It seems like most of the archers are kind of out of ammo for the attackers. I may be wrong, but I mean they're kind of being held back. I mean this one's a bows out. These guys have their bows out, so you know maybe they're okay. I'm not sure, but maybe they're okay. They certainly need to find a way through to break these pikes, though. There you go, they're retreating behind the pikes, and now Carthage has no choice but to retreat. Very smart there. And it's kind of the same on this side. They're kind of like not really got like a plan to how to get through. They've got to get the archers up. I mean, if they had any like wheeled artillery, that definitely as well. But these are all giant ballistas, I think, that were brought. Well, the only ballista brought was a giant ballista. So it seems like, yeah, they're not going to be able to just walk in. I mean, it seems like there's another one here. But this one was destroyed. Oh yeah, they all... Wow, this one was fully destroyed. I didn't even realize. Fair play to the defenders there. Took them all out. But no, it seems like... I don't know. It seems like Carthage is just... Carthage and Arbona going in. Going to just take out this little... Nabataean is just standing in front. You know, they can't let any man survive that's behind the... that's in front of the Pike line. Yeah, Armored Hoplites losing this fight, sadly. They need to get archers up. I don't know who. I think Carthage has archers. I don't know. Maybe they're just worried about the defending ones, but I'm sure that's exactly what the defenders are going to do. As soon as like any archers come into like close range, they're going to focus them down, and I don't blame them. I presume maybe also like the Gallic hunters have ammo, but they aren't the most well armored in the world. Yeah, they do have ammo. They have the bows out anyway. Or at least that one does. Whether they all like the same, I don't know. We'll find out. Certainly would seem that would be the same, I think, with the Colchis' archers as well. They also seem like they have ammo left. And they are now focusing down the pikes. Actually, there's Pike in here, very much focused down. This is, yeah, it is the attacking Carthage, focusing down his Carthaginian rival. Got that unit down to 32. That's really well done there. They may in fact break that unit. Yeah, Carthage now struggling with his Spanish opponent here to break through. This isn't even the worst that Lusitani can throw at them yet. There's still some more heavier troops to come. Hopefully they've still got ammo for the defenders. They are now preparing their final line of defense, which is going to be the Lusitani nobles here. Let's have a quick look at these boys. I mean, these boys look pretty elite. They're like the first unit that you see really for Lusitani with actual armor on them. So yeah, these guys are pretty nasty.
Get ready.
These Nabataean heavy archers getting cut down. That is a real, I mean, and then sent back in. What's the plan here? I mean, these pikemen as well getting focused down as well. I mean, imagine any unit for the attackers has javelin ammunition has been sent forward to just jabby pikes. Pikes here down to 90 men. I don't think that's going to stop much. I don't think that's going to stop much at all. Now we have Colchis in here as well, helping, try to cut down these Spanish troops. Seems like he's been forced back though by archer fire. And the Italian swords here trying to get a little flank. I mean, the pikemen are losing. So the Italian swords though. And then go the heavy archers. They're just trying to break these Italians, keep the pikes alive. Now we got the general. Is he going to come down? Nabataean's general looks like he might come down and do some damage. I don't know where he's going to go. There's a lot of swords surrounding him. Not really the easiest thing in the world to do. Charging in here. Cavalry just charging in is just not as effective as in, say, like Attila. Like Rome 2 charging is for cavalry is a bit meh. Unless you like some really good rear charges, or you're using things like cataphracts, which is really, really nasty. Well, it seemed like what was going to be a bit of a success here. It seems like the defenders managed to hold the point. The fresh veteran shield warrior has been sent up. They're going to do... looks like they're going to just hold here again. It's not a bad idea. But it seems like there's a lot of folks now being sent over here to where these African pikemen are. We'll have to see what the next moves are, really. seems like it's just trying to break through with leaving infantry. I don't know what their plan is here entirely. Just wait until you break the unit. Just wait until you break the pikes. That's all you need to do. There you go. That might be enough. Carl the Axeman. Well, Axeman breaking through. Yeah, there you go. Big push now can go over on this side. You've got all three attackers joining together to come and try and take out this point. I mean, all they have to do is retreat to like here. Just set up a new line here. I mean, they don't even need to like hold this point. They could just hold this one choke point here. They are running short on infantry now, are the defenders. They're going to have to start employing their archers as melee infantry units. They're winning in this fight here, are the Lusitani, so that's a small win. And we've got Nabate's general. He's doing the ultimate sacrifice to hold back the attackers while the defenders get ready and set up their lines. But it's been a brave stand by Nabate, and this will be his last hurrah. His general sacrificing all. I'm pretty sure that guy there we just saw die, that horseman, just got shot by a friendly archer tower shot. So just get friendly fire occasionally. There you go, Lusitani nobles now going into the line. I mean, these guys should do a decent amount of damage. If they got a charge, it would be nicer, but they should do okay without a charge. Iberian swords, they're losing. I mean, they're just having to use whatever they can at this point. Oathsworn here. Desperately, well, the veteran shield warriors is desperately trying to hold on. Oathsworn now being sent in. That's when you know when Arverni means business. They're actually retreating on the Oathsworn. I guess maybe because they want to set in something else. But I mean, in fairness, look at that. The attacker's really short on troops now. I mean, like in reserves, it means like they got some decent stuff over here still. They are kind of short. Lusitani nobles winning in this fight as well, decisively, beating chosen swords, and they're beating these axes. I did say they were going to be nasty. Yeah, you can see these elite Spanish troops here cutting down everything in front of them. On the other side, you got the elite Gallic troops doing the exact same. So it's gonna be who can cut through first. We've got a few little pikes being sent back up. There you go, the Lusitani being beaten here, and now these Oathsworn can push on to the Lusitani nobles. And I'd say Oathsworn are probably more elite. And you can see the same thing happening over here. Oathsworn being sent in to deal with the Lusitani nobles. And yeah, they're losing decisively. This is not a good sign. Oathsworn are just a really, really strong unit. Even more heavily armored than the Lusitani nobles. There you go, the Pike's coming in as well, trying to do their bit. Poking away, trying to do a little bit of doing a little bit of damage. Nabate as well. Still has the general alive, still trying to harass the enemy in some ways. So he's going to try and sneak around this combat. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but there's Carly generals ready as well. Noble blood cavalry here, ready to counter. I mean, killing Nabate's general off is not the end of the world. Killing off, I mean, Colchis is either as well. It's not the end of the world. The real prizes right now to kill are probably killing Arvernes. I mean, even like getting a Carthage's general. I don't even know where Carthage's general is. Did he get killed? Don't know. He must have done. Because he's not here. Certainly the attacking Carthage anyway. We don't know where his is. I mean, we can see where the defending one is. Seems like he must have lost his at some point. He's attacking Carthage. I don't even remember hearing about it. Maybe he just got taken out by the Nabatean general. I don't know. At some point when he was outside the walls, I'm not really sure. But look at this. You got the Lusitani nobles just still doing what they do best. These Oathsworn still battling on hard. They need to get some support over here, really, to them. Lusitani nobles now losing this combat here. Now that the Oathsworn have done their damage, and now they're being sent over this side. And they are losing, and they're going to send over more. And you see the general is going to be shepherded into this choke point here, because you can see that his side's losing this fight here currently. And there's a fresh Oathsworn coming up. It's going to be a tough fight. They can break through here, the attackers, and that's going to put a real strain on the defenders' resources. I mean, it's already strained as it is. It's going to make it near on impossible to defend both choke points. I mean, it's got it set up. It's reset up so they're going to have these nobles in here, and they put some archers in the choke point here, put some slingers in. That's not a bad idea. I mean, I feel like these Oathsworn, actually, how are they doing? They're doing okay. They're cycling out their troops again. It's a strange tactic. It's certainly not one I employ. I see what the idea is to try and get charge bonuses, but I feel like you just tire your men out quicker. I feel like you just do that, which equally is pretty damaging to their performance. We've got mercenary Iberians here, dying slowly. Abate's general's about to go. He's just actually recently died. It's a shame. As you can see, it's really close. I mean, the defenders had kind of like dragged it back a little bit in their favor, but it's still slightly in the attacker's favor there. I mean, the attackers should be getting up their giant ballista crew right now. They should be getting up everything, every little man, just to try and throw into a choke point. They've got to get every advantage they can. These Oathsworn here winning decisively. Like, if you're winning decisively in a combat, you don't pull out. And yeah, he's going to pull out. He will lose a few men for this as well. And here you go, Carthage's general coming out. He's going to sneak around. And here we go, he's going to duel with the Noble Blood Cavalry. He gets no choice in this. I don't think he can get it back in time. Oh, maybe he can. He's going to get stuck in this combat a little bit. This could be damaging as well. Just pulling through a load of Oathsworn. Seems like he'll be okay. I mean, apart from that guy there. I mean, Carthage hasn't got much left anyway. You've seen chosen swords here wavering. Probably want to send up whatever the hell's they've remaining. But yeah, I mean, it looks like, you know what? I think Lusitani might be about to do this. They may be about to do this. I mean, the things they have left are just archers after this. I mean, balance of power is saying it's in favor of the attackers, but only because they have like a load of archers left. This general here could probably rout a lot of them. And the Lusitani nobles one here. There's not much left. It's all going to come down to this choke point here. I mean, these guys are down to 20. There's 103. Oh, it's going to be close. There's about 100 or so Oathsworn left on the attack between the two units. There you go, the general's setting up, throwing his javies in, trying to do as much damage as possible. Wavering Colchis' general here. And look at this. Now the offensive starts, and can these archers catch a few of these Lusitani nobles off? They can get a couple. But here you go. The final duel. Who's going to win? I mean, apparently the general here is winning for... I mean, actually, he was, and now he's losing. That was a very short-lived victory. And there you go. I mean, the general's been broken for Colchis, which is kind of surprising. But look at this, a mass rout going on right now. We've got a mass rout of Oathsworn for Alverni, and it seems like only the general is going to live. Colchis also mass round because he lost his general, and it is literally down to just the general and the two generals and an arch unit. And there's an arch unit on the other side. They still really should have brought up that ballistic crew. You know what? I think that might have been key. I mean, they just popped a war cry and intimidate on them. That's what they did the Lusitani general. That was really smart. That may have actually just won in the game, popping those abilities. And you can see that Oathsworn starting to lose because they're getting shot in the back by these Balearics things. I mean, if they just did one charge Balearics, they'd rout these guys. That'd be enough. 15 wavering, shattered, gone, and that is going to be GG. I think all they got to do is just chase down this giant ballista, and so yeah, that is going to be it, really. So I think I say that, and then I see archers. Why are there archers still alive over here? I saw you, dastardly little Celtics. I would have thought they'd just chain her out at this point. But they've got no general. But that is the siege. It's a bloody one, but like that. This is what the defenders are down to, and oh boy, it's been a good one. They're actually going to try and cap the point, like cap this tower. Fair enough. I mean, this is costing them men though. Each time they do this, like, look, losing quite a lot here. I didn't think it was worth it. And look at this. You know, I've got archers coming, Gallic hunters. Where were these guys? They should have been sent up earlier. These guys should have been sent up. I mean, now they're going to have to fight these Balearic slingers and the Lusitani nobles. I think they might have enough, you know, the attackers to win this. I thought the defenders had won this. But these archers just appeared out of nowhere. They may be able to do the damage. But they are wavering pretty quickly. Oh, no, they're wavering really quickly. And there you go. You got the giant ballista as well breaking. And there you go. The defenders do win, indeed. No doubt about it now. Everyone is dead for the attackers. And then we end the replay. And we have a look at the end results. So yeah, this one was sent in by Scorpion Null 2004. He was playing as Lusitani. His general getting 189 kills. Really, really nice there. 166 kills with his slingers. His Iberian swords getting 215 kills. Really good for an Iberian sword. 221 with his Lusitani nobles here. His Lusitani swordswomen getting 115 kills. And his veteran shield warriors getting 188 kills. So really well done to them. Then we have Chris Hardcore DE, who was playing as Carthage. I don't know where he lost his general, but he only got 6 kills. So he must have got killed somewhere. Like maybe sniped or something. I'm not sure. But his archers here, his mercenary Cretans getting 152 kills. His mercenary Balearics, I presume they must have mass routed, or they because they have got healthy numbers left. But they got 294 kills. Oh no, they were the ones left at the end. Sorry, I do apologize. They were the ones left at the end. My apologies. Yeah, they didn't mass rout. We're looking at the defenders. They survived the battle. They got 294 kills. The Pikes here getting 68 kills. 99 kills with the Iberian swords. 118 with the Scutiari. 142 with this one. 137 with the Italian swords is the best one, and 95 with the Samnites. Then we have Zelvis, who's playing as Nabatea. 211 kills with Nabatean Noble Cavalry. His Nabatean Heavy Archers getting 204 kills. Like you can see, the defenders did really well with all their range units. So like that's what you got to do in like a Rome 2 siege to get the edge. You got to, as a defender, you got to make sure you use your range units really well. His armored hoplites here getting 134 kills. His Desert Levy getting 122 is really good for them. 163 actually, this hoplite unit. And his swords getting 184, the best one. Very nice. Then we have Not Your Day playing as the attacking Carthage. He got 175 kills with his Cretans, 198 with his. I mean, even he did really well with his archers. So yeah, really well done to him. His Libyan infantry here getting 248, the best one. His Libyan hoplites, this one did get actually 113 kills, not too bad. And then 112 with his Italian swords and 203 with his Samnites. Then we have Spartacus playing as Alverni. 329 kills with his Oathsworn, 235 with the other. 172 kills with his Giant Ballista. 183 with his Gallic Hunters, 189 with this one. His Chosen Swords, 202 is the best one there. Very nice. And then his Celtic Warriors, 174, the best one. And then we have Maku, 22, playing as Colchis. Again, everyone seems to have done really well with their archers. I mean, everyone here nearly got 2,000 kills. Only Chris did not. I mean, he's still got a really, really good score. So these are some good players here. 178 with his Eastern Archers here. His Carly Axeman getting 199, just shy of 200. Axeman here with 180 kills, the best ones. His hoplites, even though I said his spear's not that great on the attack, still managed to get 164 kills. So yeah, all players did really well, and this was a really close one. Thank you to Scorpion All for sending this one in. I hope you guys did enjoy watching it, and until next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.